Hi guys, Neil Waterhouse. This week's video is about how to sell more on eBay using the 16 times rule. The 16 times rule is used to multiply the sales of an eBay listing by a factor of 16. But before I get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button to the no fluff ad-free channel that puts out weekly videos teaching step by step how anyone can build a 7-digit automated online dropship business from their home from scratch using less than $100. So let's launch straight into it. The way to get more sales on eBay than your competitors is to optimize your listings so they appear higher in the search results than your competitors' listings. And the good news is over 90% of all listings on eBay are not fully optimized. You only need to know one more optimization technique than your competitor to beat them. This week's video demonstrates how to sell more on eBay using the 16 times rule to increase the sales of a non-optimized listing by a factor of 16. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that every one of your listings will increase by a factor of 16. That's not the point. The 16 times rule is all about how to make a non-optimized listing increase its sales by a factor of 16. To sell more on eBay, the two biggest needle movers are: one, obviously list more proven items, and two, optimize all existing listings that you have. If you're not optimizing your listings, you're leaving money on the table. The 16 times rule is all about optimizing existing listings. If you're stuck with researching and finding more proven items, I'll put a link on the screen below to a previous week's video showing step by step how to find more proven items. So getting back to the 16 times rule. The 16 times rule is all about getting your existing eBay listings to the top of the eBay search results. For anybody new to eBay listing optimization, eBay search results are powered by eBay's search engine, which is called Cassini. If you're not familiar with how eBay's Cassini search engine works, again, I'll put a link on the screen and below to a previous week's video showing how it works. Okay, so the 16 times rule is all about optimizing 4 different parts of your eBay listings. The first part of the 16 times rule is the title of your listing. eBay these days allows you 80 characters for your title, and every extra relevant keyword that you add to your title increases the amount of traffic to your listing. If you add more relevant keywords, you get more traffic to that listing. You can very often over double the amount of traffic a non-optimized listing gets by adding more relevant keywords. For example, in this listing, many relevant keywords have been added, like sling, cargo, strap, etc. These relevant keywords bring in more traffic. I'm not going to go into how to choose more relevant keywords for your listing in this video, as I've done that before, but again, if you missed that video, I'll put a link on the screen and below to that video. So the first part of the 16 times rule is to optimize the title of the listing to double the amount of traffic to that listing. The second part of the 16 times rule is to optimize the gallery image. The gallery image is the first photo that you upload to eBay when you're listing an item. It's also known as image 1. The gallery image, or image 1, is the image that appears when somebody does a search on eBay for any item. As an example, if I do a search on eBay for, say, lifting slings, in the search result up comes the gallery image for every listing that appears in the search results. By optimizing the gallery image, you can radically improve the click-through rate. I've seen click-through rates go from less than 0.5% to well over 4%, which is over 800% increase. But for the sake of the 16 times rule, let's just say you double the click-through rate. Now you have twice as many clicks, and that means you have twice as many people clicking into your listing. So 2 times for the title times 2 more clicks from the gallery images equals 4. You now have 4 times as many people seeing your eBay listing description. Again, I'm not going to go into how to optimize gallery images in this video, as I've done that before, but again, if you missed it, I'll put a link on the screen and below to that week's video. So now you have 4 times more people clicking into your eBay listings. This leads to the third part of the 16 times rule, that is your eBay listing template. An eBay listing template is simply a listing template that makes your listings look professional and gives your buyers a feeling of trust and confidence. These days, you can get professional eBay listing templates created from $25. You then use that same listing template for all your listings. Whether you've got 1 listing, 10 listings, or 10,000 listings, you can just use the one eBay listing template. Now note though, an eBay listing template is not the same as an eBay store template. If you want to know more about how and where to get an eBay listing template, again, I'll put a link on the screen and below. An eBay listing template can dramatically improve sales conversions. Again, if we just use a factor of 2, we're going to have twice the traffic from the title, twice as many clicks from the gallery image, so that's 2 times 2 equals 4, and now twice the conversions from the listing description and eBay listing template. So now we have 2 times 2 equals 4, times 2 equals 8, and now the magic happens. eBay now recognizes your listing as selling more than your unoptimized competitors and puts your listing higher up in the search results. We call this the jet stream. eBay always favors listings that have a higher sales conversion rate than other competitors. In the industry, this is called the impression to sale ratio. An impression is every time a listing appears in the eBay search results. A sale, of course, is every time the listing gets a sale. The listings that get the lowest amount of impressions but the highest amount of sales go to the top of the eBay search results. This is the impression to sale ratio, and it's just like how supermarkets work. Supermarkets put items next to the checkout that have the best impression to sale ratio, i.e. a can of Coca-Cola or chewing gum or Kit Kat. The supermarkets know, and they've got the data to show, that these items have the highest chance of selling every time somebody walks past them, i.e. an impression. eBay is exactly the same. Cassini, eBay Search Engine, always favours the listings that have the best impression to sale ratio. So this is where the magic happens. Because your listing is outselling many competitors, eBay bumps it up to the top of the search results. Now the listing is getting a ton more traffic. But for the sake of maths, let's just say again a factor of 2, or twice as much traffic. So the listing is getting twice as much traffic from the title, twice the click-through rate from the gallery image, twice the conversion from the description, an eBay listing template, and now twice as many impressions because eBay bumped the listing up higher in the search results. So now we have 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, and 8 times 2 is 16. That's the 16 times rule. If you need any help optimizing listings to sell more on eBay, again, I have another free step-by-step guide teaching how to optimize eBay listings from scratch. I'll put a link on the screen and below. Please leave me a comment below, and while you're there, make sure you hit the subscribe button to the no fluff, ad-free channel that puts out weekly videos teaching step-by-step how anyone can build an automated 7-digit online business from their home, from scratch, using eBay and Amazon, and using less than $100. Until next week, stay safe, list more, sell more. This is Neil Waterhouse.